start fight night here on NBCSN. 2 top 10 in the world, light heavyweights, Denis Grachev and Isaac Chilemba. You can join in on the action at home on Twitter for a chance to win prizes from tonight's fights. Just follow at NBCSN on Twitter. Watch and win. And the tale of the tape between these veteran fighters. The older fighter is Grachev. The taller fighter with the reach advantage, Chilemba. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. And the fight is official after 4 rounds. To officially meet the fighters, let's go to ring announcer Joe Antonacci.
Ladies and gentlemen, main events. Peltz Boxing and DeBella Entertainment present live from the Sands Casino Resort, Bethlehem, NBC Sports Network's Fight Night. Tonight's bouts are sanctioned by the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission. Your commissioner at ringside is Joel Frank. Our executive director, Greg Serb. Our physicians, Dr. George Stolzheimer and Dr. Tom Mitros. And our timekeeper at the bell, Jim Mina. Boxing fans, here we go. Main events. Peltz Boxing and DeBella Entertainment present 10 rounds of action in the light heavyweight division. Our judges, Ron McNair, Kevin Morgan, John Potteray, and our referee, Sean Clark. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes to us tonight from Tchaikovsky, Russia. He weighed in at 175 pounds, solid white trunks. Professional record in excellent, 13 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 8 wins by knockout. Ranked number 7 in the world in the light heavyweight division. Here is Drago's son, Denis, the Pirate Grachev. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, comes to us tonight all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. He weighed in at 174 1/2 pounds. Gold and red trunks, professional record in excellent, 21 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws, 9 wins by knockout. Ranked number 2 in the world, here is Isaac, the Golden Boy Chilemba. Our referee, Sean Clark, has our fighters' final instructions.
Red corner, blue corner. All right, fellas, I had your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, fellas.
10 rounds. Light heavyweights.
It is scheduled for 10 rounds. Number 2 and number 7 in the world. There's Chilemba. The last time we saw him here on Fight Night, he was putting on a show and defeating Michael Gabinga. He had a rough time in the middle rounds, but he continually got in the jab, and the jab, and the jab, all throughout the fight and carried it.
He did, Kenny. He's a great boxer. He's got very good hand speed and, very good movement. He's going to need to use those things tonight if he wants to beat a very tough cookie and Denis Grachev.
And Grachev, he's been out for 245 days since he lost with a first-round knockout last July to Edwin Rodriguez.
But before that, Kenny was active. He had very good wins over Zolt Erdai. He also had a very close competitive fight with former 168-pound champion Lucien Boutet and knocked out Kai in a fight that many people expected Grachev to lose. So his resume is very solid.
And for Grachev, along those lines, BJ, what a gauntlet he has run. The combined record of his last 4 opponents, 103-1.
Very, very good fighters, and he got a victory, like I said, over Ismail Salakai, an undefeated prospect who was world rated at the time, and also a very good win over former WBO light heavyweight champion Zolt Erdai, a fight that many people expected Grachev to be outboxed, and he was able to cut the distance and win that fight. And
Chilemba, who has the reach advantage, flicks out a jab there. The jab's his weapon. At the fighter meeting, talking about that, he said he looks for that. Most fighters do. That sets up so many things. He just seems to do it so well. Very effective with his jabs.
He is very well. He places that punch very well, too, Kenny. He'll place it up. He'll place it down. He looks to set up shots. Nice right hand by Chilemba right there. But he does work off that jab like you just mentioned. Good punches. We talked about it in the keys to victory. One of the things Denis Grachev has to do if he wants to win tonight is take away the Chilemba jab. He could do it two ways. He could slip outside, he could slip inside, counter it, and make Chilemba come up with a different type of offensive weapon to start his offense.
Grachev, 7 years as a pro, 31 years old. Born in Russia, lives in San Diego now since 2006. That's where he hooked up with Mark Dion, who's his manager, working with him for the last
nice left hook by Chilemba right there.
Chilemba early on scoring.
Beautiful left hook, and you saw Chilemba, those feet. He slid back, he landed a nice counter left hook, and he made Grachev pay because Grachev didn't come in behind his jab. He just tried to walk in.
Chilemba is the fighter that allows no room for error.
Yeah. He's going to make you pay. He's got those quick hands, and he's got that range. Not just with his long reach, though. A lot of people look at reach and think, hey, you know what? He can, slide in and out and hit people. But the feet is the main area where you need to be effective and efficient if you want to be able to get into range, not just arm span.
Grachev trying to push the action against the ropes. They move back out into the center. Final seconds of this opening round. Chilemba and Grachev. It is scheduled for 10.
Making sure your tires are in good shape is easy.
Just put a penny head first into the grooves.
If Abe's head doesn't touch your tread, your tires are probably bald, which can be unsafe.
Come into Meineke today and get up to an $80 rebate on a set of 4 Cooper tires for a limited time.
People that would do anything for golf deserve a store that would do anything for golfers. Visit Golfsmith for the largest selection and guaranteed lowest prices. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
With no love lost between these two cities in an interstate rivalry, a line must be drawn in a game fought between bitter enemies. Tomorrow, the Flyers won't be bringing any brotherly love to Pittsburgh when they battle Sidney Crosby and the Penguins in the NHL Game of the Week. And tomorrow night, the Red Wings battle Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, and the Stanley Cup champion Blackhawks. Tomorrow on NBCSN.
Back live in Bethlehem, judging criteria. They're looking for clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense. Those are the main things that all the three judges ringside are looking for. Our esteemed colleague Larry Hazard, who's done everything from being a commissioner, referee, and all in between in a great career, is with us again. He will be providing the unofficial scoring force. And in that first round, he gave it 10-9 to Chilemba. Chilemba in the gold as we go into round 2.
Beautiful counter right hand a second ago by Chilemba, followed up with a nice right uppercut. He's making Grachev pay when he's trying to get close, and that's very important if he wants to win this fight, Kenny.
Let's check in with Chris Mannix.
Buddy, what do you want to see out of Isaac tonight?
Really just stay relaxed, pick his shots. This guy's really a big puncher. He looks to try to, sucker you in so he can land his bombs. So we just got to stay relaxed and do what we do best, which is box. Try to walk up into something.
Grachev has shown good power in some of his previous fights. What do you have to watch out for with him?
Everything. So, that's why we got to stay smart. The guy's looking for the one shot. So our goal is to keep on the outside and, and keep boxing him smart. That's the key with this guy.
Thanks, buddy.
13 wins for Grachev, 8 of those coming by way of knockout.
He's a big puncher, Kenny, and we just saw Grachev just try to slip inside and land the left hook against Chilemba. Chilemba came out in the beginning of the second round, firing off quick jabs. Grachev's trying to slip inside, slip outside, and make Chilemba be responsible for that punch.
Punches landed. Chilemba 29-9 early on, according to CompuBox.
Good body shot by Grachev a second ago.
Now 3-1 for Chilemba.
He missed the right hand, Kenny, but he did what you're taught to do ever since you're a young kid. You miss the right hand, you come back with a hook, and he landed that shot very nicely to the body. Good effective punch by Grachev. And so far, he's having troubles getting to the head of Chilemba. I would like to see Grachev focus completely and entirely on the body. Break Chilemba down a little bit, and then have more success in the later rounds.
Interesting you use that term, break him down. For a man who goes by the nickname Drago's son, yes, it's not lost on him, the resemblance to Dolph Lundgren.
Yesterday in the fighter meetings, I couldn't help but noticing that I was going to ask him if he had some type of relation to, the character in my favorite Rocky movie.
And he's taken advantage of that, hasn't he? If he plays up on it, has fun with it. Good uppercut snuck in there by Chilemba.
You see Chilemba's a sharpshooter tonight, Kenny. He's really looking good. His punches are crisp and clean, very accurate, and it all starts behind that nice left jab.
Reddening around the face of Grachev, taking one of those jabs.
And Chilemba's also faced very good opposition. He fought Tony Bellew 2 times last year. A very good fighter from England, and had a close draw in one fight and lost the second fight, but he said he learned a lot in both those fights, and you can see the experience in there tonight.
Chilemba, who grew up in poverty in Malawi, lives now in South Africa. When we come back, Chris Mannix will have more on his story as round 2 comes to an end.
I've been a working stuntman for 25 years now. Definitely not about glory or showing off. It's about making the impossible possible.
Welcome back to Fight Night. Well, Isaac Chilemba is in the ring, and he has taken a very perilous path to get here. Chilemba grew up in Malawi, a small country in Southeast Africa, a country that has been ravaged by HIV and with a high infant mortality rate. Chilemba's mother actually died of HIV when he was 17 years old. Chilemba turned pro shortly thereafter. In addition to becoming a world champion, Chilemba has vowed to create a better life for his brother and sister. He's done exactly that. Both of them are enrolled in university in South Africa, and Chilemba's footing the bill for it.
Thank you, Chris. And it was a moving moment yesterday when he talked about his childhood, Chilemba, and growing up and dealing with his mom and moving to South Africa and becoming a pro fighter. As we get to action here in the 3rd round, Chilemba in the gold unofficially. Larry has both rounds for him so far.
That's the cool thing about boxing, Kenny. You got people coming from all over the world, all types of backgrounds. It's very motivating and very inspirational to hear some of the fighters' stories, how they come up, and what's driven them to reach the levels where they are. And Isaac Chilemba is a very good fighter, and hearing his story, you see where he gets his fortitude and his strength.
Early in his life, he was actually hoping to be a big soccer star naturally. And Grachev was a kickboxing star. Started that at 14, had a great kickboxing record. Said he probably would have stayed with it, but he knew there was more money in boxing than kickboxing, especially here in the U.S., so he switched over full-time to boxing just about 6 years ago.
He's done very well for himself, too. He entered that super middleweight tournament in Monaco last year. He beat Zolt Erdai, lost to Edwin Rodriguez in the finals, but made a good chunk of money in that tournament, Kenny, and he's in a little trouble right now, but he's definitely a tough cookie.
Yeah, Chilemba laying a couple of nice punches in there.
And Chilemba's very sharp tonight. Setting everything up off that left jab. You see him dipping side to side, looking for counter opportunities, little short right uppercuts, straight right hands, and he's taking advantage of Grachev just trying to jump in. You see Grachev still coming forward, but he's a little hesitant once he gets close. Why? Isaac Chilemba is very sharp with his jab tonight. But this is the area of the fight where Grachev really has to work. When he's in this type of geography, when he's in close to Chilemba, he's got to make him pay, because when he's on the outside, Chilemba's getting the upper hand.
Chilemba, nice little hook there. The total punches landed. You see Chilemba, 60 to 18 margin.
You see the blood coming out of the nose of Grachev. Not a big deal, but sometimes a little thing like that in the beginning of the fight can make it difficult for a fighter to breathe, can distract him just a little bit, and I would like to see Chilemba really take advantage of some of the early injuries that Grachev has suffered.
Chilemba crisp with those jabs early on. Nice right.
Grachev is very, very conscious of the jab, of the Chilemba jab. I would love to see nice right hand by Chilemba. Love to see Chilemba kind of start to change levels with that jab. Go up, go down, look down, go up, give him the eyes down and come up and make Grachev pay for what he's been able to do in the first couple rounds.
You don't think of Chilemba as being a knockout artist. He has 21 victories, 9 of those by way of knockout. Round 3 coming to an end. In 30 seconds, we'll be back with the start of the 4th round.
Sabotage in the DEA.
Go, go, go.
Don't become one of their most elite agents.
Clean up aisle 3.
Without being one of the most dangerous.
This guy's a drug war god. Cover your sides.
George.
We penetrate drug organizations.
Down.
Guess that would make you some enemies, huh? John, cartel's got your wife and kid.
Tell John to come for you.
We're here to bring him back home.
Watch out!
Sabotage. Rated R.
And in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania tonight, an international showcase. On the left is Isaac Chilemba from now Johannesburg, South Africa, and Denis Grachev from Chilemba, Russia. You see Chilemba there, moved there from Malawi, has made his home there. And Grachev was born here in Chilemba and now makes his home in San Diego. And then coming up later on in our main event, Tomasz Adamik from Gliwice, Poland, who makes his home now in Jersey City, New Jersey, will be taking on Czar Glaskov from Lutsk, Ukraine, who was the 2008 bronze medalist in the Games of Beijing.
Very good fighter in the main event. Czar Glaskov against a proven, strong, durable heavyweight Tomasz Adamik. That fight is going to be very good. I can't wait, Kenny.
Meanwhile, now here in the 4th round, with 3 rounds so far, according to our unofficial score, Larry Hazard going to Chilemba. 10-9, 10-9 all the way through.
Definitely Chilemba's won the first 3 rounds, but he's got to be careful because Grachev's a guy who can lull you to sleep. He can make you think, listen, I'm controlling this guy, I'm beating him, I'm hitting him with shots, but he's got that one-punch power where he can really change the whole strategy of a fight with that one shot. So Chilemba's got to continue to stay sharp.
BJ, as you mentioned early on, it looks as if that Grachev is still looking for that big punch, too. He almost got it in there. And Chilemba countered.
He fell forward with the right hand. He shot the right hand. He fell forward. Chilemba stepped back, caught him with a nice short right uppercut, and made him pay.
So Chilemba is the one that got the better of that quick draw exchange. But Grachev, do you think he'll change his strategy and try to look more for the body and get in closer?
It doesn't look like he's focusing on the body like he needs to be, Kenny. He's kind of head-hunting a little bit, and that's why he's been ineffective. If he would go to Chilemba's body early and then come up to the head later, he would be doing a lot better in this fight so far. Those corners should definitely tell him that in between rounds. Listen, we're not getting to the head. The lunges, they're not working. Let's focus on the body, start with something positive, and then build from there. You see him loading up, and you see Chilemba spinning out and landing punches when Grachev's trying to come in.
Chilemba, if you haven't seen him much, he is deceptively quick.
It's pretty quick to me. I don't know how deceptive it is. I'm looking at it right now. He's just, he's got very fast hands and mixes his combinations together very nicely.
Well, he's so smooth. Everything he does, and doesn't ever appear to have any kind of urgency about him. And look at the jabs, 42-6.
And you had mentioned that earlier, Kenny. You know, Chilemba does like to shoot a lot of jabs. He doesn't just shoot them, though. He lands them, and he controls the fight with that punch. And, you know, it's a master technician, you know, like a surgeon using a scalpel. That's exactly what Chilemba does with that jab.
And Chilemba, who moves with an economy of motion, waits for that moment. If he doesn't have the jab, he'll always seem to have a counter. As we saw him with that right, one of the best punches here in this round when Grachev came in and tried to go for the head.
Nice, beautiful right hand.
Nice right by Chilemba.
And that's what happens when you set up that left jab. He's just, you know, he's really taking Grachev to school right now. He's like a school teacher. He's showing him exactly, listen, I'm going to show you one thing, and then after I show you that, I'm going to show you this right hand and that uppercut. And Grachev's not taking the lesson too well, Kenny.
He just showed him 2 good rights, Denny, an uppercut and a hook, and Chilemba continues to be strong. Maybe his best round so far for Isaac Chilemba, number 2.
Like the wall made to stick to the wall. You never get rid of your shadow, and you'll never get rid of me. It's gonna be a wild, wild week for my shadow and me.
Rated M for mature. Buy Xbox One. Get Titanfall.
I've been a working stuntman for 25 years now. Definitely not about glory or showing off. It's about making the impossible possible.
He's going to get desperate. Okay, listen. You see when you're tight here? Hey, when you're tight here, whack the right uppercut to the body again. Okay? Okay? When you're inside right here, hey, when you're inside here, turn it right under. Hey, your speed is too much. Don't look for the knockout. Just use your speed. Beat him to death with your speed. Okay? Now.
Great advice by two-time world champion Buddy McGirt. Just beautiful. You know, a fighter will get to this point in the fight. He's halfway through. He's dominating. They get a little complacent. He said, don't try to knock him out. Continue to do what you're doing. Buddy McGirt knows that's how the knockout will come in this fight. And
Chilemba in the gold continues to be in charge. 10-9, the unofficial scoring again from Larry in that last round. According to CompuBox, Chilemba 31 punches landed in that last round. He's landed 61 to 15 over the last 2 rounds.
Beautiful shots, Kenny. And Chilemba had Grachev in a bit of trouble in the last round, and it wasn't because of any one punch. It was the arsenal that Chilemba is showing. He is able to catch Grachev coming in, and you see the physical effects on the face of Denis Grachev right now as he is physically starting to break down at the midway point of this fight.
Redness and swelling under the left eye of Grachev. And Chilemba, meanwhile, continues to show great poise in there.
I think the cut was a result of that sharp right hand in the last round that Chilemba landed. He's placing his punches, Kenny. Like I said, he's very surgical with his offense, and he decides where on the face he wants to hit you. He's targeting that eye. He's targeting the nose and the forehead with the jab. He's just very sharp tonight.
Operating now at a clip of 172 punches landed to only 31.
And this is ideal. Boxing 101, how to fight a strong brawler. Use the jab, work up and down, work the different angles. Go upstairs and downstairs with the jab, and then the right hand, and then everything will flow off of that.
Chilemba again, nice little hook.
You see the left eye of Grachev in very bad trouble. He's got swelling underneath. He's cut above it. He's getting hit. And the thing I don't like to see, Kenny, is he's not really making an adjustment. He's continually, the beating is getting worse every single round. So if I'm the corner of Denis Grachev, I'm going to give him another round or two to try to get it back on the right track. And if not, I might look at stopping this fight. He's really starting to take a beating.
Tomas Adamek, Glasgow coming up main event next. Heavyweights trying to move closer to a world title shot. It's an IBF eliminator. That's the main event. Right now, the main thing for Grachev is, will he be able to find the head of Chilemba? He has not done so in almost 5 rounds now.
But he caught the shoulders and the arms right there. He shot a nice solid left hook and a right hook. He hit the shoulders of Chilemba, and that's where he can start. That was a positive thing that just happened. It's not enough to win the round, but at least he made contact.
Chilemba glanced to his corner. You noticed the nodded, yeah, I got it, I know that. This round comes to an end. Back with the next one in 30 seconds.
I'm Tony Saragusa, and I'm training guys who leak a little to guard their manhood. With the pen, shields and guards. The discreet protection that's just for guys. Now, it's your turn. Get my training tips at guardyourmanhood.com.
When you get away from smartphones and video games and tablets, it's amazing what you can really plug into. This spring, shop the brands you love, plus thousands of items on sale now. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
37-year-old Tomas Adamek, former WBC light heavyweight champ, former IBF cruiserweight champ. Number 9 right now in the WBC heavyweight rankings, number 4 in the IBF. Getting ready to take on Glasgow, the former Olympian who is yet to lose, ranked in the top 10 by the IBF. And getting ready for his biggest showdown against the veteran Adamek. That is the main event coming up. Light heavyweights here. Isaac Chilemba, who has been dominating this fight. He's in the gold, and the white is Denis Grachev. As we go to round 6, it's scheduled for 10.
You see Grachev come out and shoot an immediate straight right hand to the body and a left hook to the body. Both punches landed. Good start for Grachev. He needs to continue to focus down there.
And punches we have not seen up until now, BJ, going for the body.
It's a little late to start in the 6th round, Kenny, but better late than never. At least he can enjoy some type of success and maybe set up some power punches to the head if he starts connecting to the body.
And our Larry Hazard has the last one scored 10-9 as well. All the rounds going to Chilemba. Let's check in now again with Chris.
Baruka, your guy's taking a lot of shots out there. How do you change the momentum?
He need jab more, jab in the shoulder, jab in the body. And when he too close, he's not protecting himself. And this guy is pushing the pace, but he's getting tired.
The doctor took a long look at that cut above the eye. How big is an issue is that?
No, it's not a big deal. It's okay. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Chris.
I disagree, Kenny. I don't think Chilemba's getting tired. I think Chilemba's actually getting stronger as the rounds go on. So, you know, if the corner of Grachev is hoping for that, I think they have false expectations there.
That was a nice straight there by Grachev. As you see, the total jabs landed. Chilemba, 64. That's how he's been able to control the fight.
Yeah. He has definitely controlled it with the jab, but you see Chilemba's eyes, something that, you know, a normal guy doesn't look at. You see Chilemba, he's watching, he's never off balance, he's always in position to punch and position to defend himself. He's definitely seeing what's coming in, though, regardless, even if he gets hit with a shot here and there, he's seeing it all.
I think that's what throws some people off when they watch, even like we heard from the corner just then of Grachev. They think he's getting tired. That's because he doesn't move a lot. He doesn't exhibit a whole lot of energy until he has to.
Exactly. He's not using a lot of foot movement because he doesn't need to. He's using upper body movement, and that's what a good professional does. You don't exert the energy out of your legs and your feet. Good right hand by Chilemba right there, right down the middle. You use the upper body movement to sit right there. That way your feet are planted, so you're always in position to land punches.
And Chilemba doing that again.
But this is an area where Chilemba has to be careful. He's comfortable.
Grachev with a decent right there.
It's the sticks around. Chilemba's a little comfortable, and that's what Buddy McGirt doesn't want Chilemba to do, is sit in that corner, because that's Grachev's only chance.
And Grachev, that's his wheelhouse. If he could get him in there and try to work the head, and he did just miss with the right. One that did touch, but not a lot of damage.
Chilemba's got the faster hands. He can stand in there and probably beat Grachev, but that is Grachev's only chance to win this fight right in these close quarters. This type of geography doesn't necessarily favor Chilemba. When the fighters are this close, standing in front of each other, trading shots, Buddy McGirt knows that's Grachev's only chance to win this fight. But Chilemba's showing he's a pretty good inside fighter, too. He's got those short punches. Very nice.
He's showing a little bit of everything. The number 2 ranked Isaac Chilemba as the round comes to an end.
One car travels towards an intersection with wipers that streak and clog, while another travels towards the same intersection with wiper blades that don't let them see clearly. But between them, the Michelin Man with Michelin Stealth Wiper Blades, a revolution in wiper blade technology, combining SmartFlex construction for superior windshield contact with proven hybrid blade design for clog-free performance in rain, ice, and snow, helping you steer clear for the road ahead. Michelin Stealth Wiper Blades, a better way forward. Available at the following retailers.
Here's how it's gone so far in our co-main event. Grachev in the white, Chilemba in the gold.
Yeah, you see Chilemba doing some really good work here in the earlier rounds. Landing good punches, walking Grachev into shots. Nice short overhand right. Nice uppercut on the inside and stepping to the side. Changing angles, making Grachev find him and reset his feet. More good work with the jab. Nice short right uppercut. And just really continually making Grachev pay every time he tries to be offensive.
This one is scheduled for 10. As we move into the 7th, and there's a good news, bad news round 6. Good news for Grachev, 17 connects is high for the fight. Bad news, Chilemba's 41 is high for the fight.
You know, like I said, when they were in close quarters like that, that's Grachev's only chance. Now, he did do some damage with his shots, though, Kenny. When Chilemba went back to his corner, he had a badly bleeding nose. That can definitely affect a fighter, because sometimes when you get a bad nosebleed, it can go down your throat, and that can affect your breathing.
All the scoring so far, 10-9 all the way through. Chilemba, according to our unofficial score, the esteemed Larry Hazard. And here in this round, we talked about Grachev going upstairs, and he was finally able to get in and at least connected and did bust the nose of Chilemba in that last round.
Yeah, he did. He was very effective in the last round, and that's what I was talking about. It's the midway point in the fight. I want to see something out of Grachev in the last round. Even though he lost, we saw something, a step in the right direction, and he did some damage to Chilemba in that last round.
Let's check in again with Chris.
Guys, the doctors are focused on the cut above Denis Grachev's left eye. The one below his eye is not a concern right now, but the one above that left eye is inching closer to the center of the eyelid. It's a cut the doctor has said the last couple of rounds he's going to be keeping an eye on.
All right, thank you, Chris. Grachev getting that opened up about 3 rounds ago by Chilemba, who continues to do work there.
Something Chilemba can do here. Grachev has a cut on his left eye. So which way should he move, Kenny? He needs to move to the direction of that eye, not only because Grachev can't see him as well with the blood in the cut, but also he can continually work on that and further damage that eye and look for a TKO stoppage. but you see it's kind of on the outside of the eyelid. It's not really going into the eye of Grachev, but it still does affect the vision. Chilemba can move that way, open it up a little more, and then, move into Grachev's bad eye. Might sound a little brutal there, but...
But it is boxing after all. That's why we call it fight night.
Exactly.
Social night is sometimes else.
Exactly. But, Chilemba's having another good round here. Grachev hasn't really been able to use the momentum he had in the last round and carry it into this round, but, he's definitely still in this fight, Kenny.
Grachev trying to get there, and Chilemba just pushing him out of the way, manhandling him right there in the corner, actually, and sneaking in a couple of punches.
It's that great feat, those soccer player feet we just saw there. Grachev lunged, Chilemba stepped to the side and used his own momentum to push Grachev into the corner. Landed a couple good shots. Good veteran move.
That's bending it like Chilemba.
Nice short right uppercut, left hook. And just, beautiful, beautiful punches. And this is what you want to see if you're the promoter, if you're the manager of a fighter who's rated number 2 in the world, getting ready to go into a big world title fight. He's calm, he's composed, he's controlling the pace of the fight, and he's doing everything that his corner's asked.
Isaac Chilemba doing nothing but getting stronger here as the 7th round draws to a close.
When your tires are aligned, they last a lot longer, and you get better gas mileage. It takes a real pro to fix a car that's out of alignment.
You rang?
From oil and tires to brakes and maintenance, we do it all. Meineke, drive a little smarter.
Fighting constipation by eating healthier, drinking plenty of water, but still not getting relief? Try Dulcolax laxative tablets. Dulcolax is comfort-coated for gentle overnight relief. Dulcolax, predictable overnight relief you can count on.
Manchester United are champions yet again. Title challenges, you better believe it.
Premier League coverage continues tomorrow morning with Man United Liverpool on NBCSN.
Tomorrow, the Flyers won't be bringing any brotherly love to Pittsburgh when they battle Sidney Crosby and the Penguins in the NHL Game of the Week. And tomorrow night, the Red Wings battle the Blackhawks. Tomorrow on NBCSN.
Here in the replay of last round, you got a little bit of the bull and the matador here. Grachev trying to come in, trying to charge in. The matador steps to the side. Chilemba lands a nice quick counter right uppercut and makes him pay.
And back to live action here in Bethlehem on Fight Night. Co-main event, round 8. Chilemba in the gold trunks. Grachev in the white. Chris Mannix was telling us the doctors have been looking at that cut, that deepening cut over the left eye of Grachev.
Nice, beautiful shot by Chilemba there.
And another good right by Chilemba. Unofficially all the way through, Larry Hazard has it 10-9 for Chilemba.
And even though Chilemba's standing right in front of him with his left hand down, look at the feet position. Chilemba's got his right foot back, his left foot forward. He's still in position to catch shots and counter with that nice right uppercut and short right hand. He rolls his shoulders with the punches, and that allows him to get good leverage. You see him right there doing it again. Great leverage on his punches because of his foot position. He can turn his hips and his waist into the shots because of the way his feet are positioned. Good work by Chilemba inside there. His trainer doesn't want him there, but if he's going to be there, he's got good foot position. And he's slowly and gradually breaking down the face of Grachev more and more as the rounds go on, Kenny.
Grachev reaching for that, coming up short, trying to get back along.
See the
ropes where he'd love to keep this, but I don't know. So far, it's just not working.
When Grachev got him against the ropes the last time, it can be very discouraging because Chilemba actually got the better of the exchange for about 15 to 20 seconds. And, the left eye is really swelling bad now. And, something I saw in the corner of Grachev in between rounds, they told him to blow. One thing, when you have blood, when you have swelling, you never want to blow. You just, you hold it, you push the Vaseline and the Kleenexes up in the nose and stop the bleeding, but you never blow because it makes your face blow up even more. It's like having a scab and ripping it right off. It makes it very tough to stop the bleeding when you do that.
And yet you see that in many corners, don't you? They tell them to blow.
I do.
They do. I see it all the time.
I made the mistake earlier in my career when I had a bloody nose and I tried to blow it out, and my corner man just about slapped the you-know-what out of me. He didn't like that at all, and sure enough, my face was pretty puffy at the end of that fight.
And you learned well.
Yes, I did.
Adamic and Glaskov, IBF number 2 eliminator. The winner moves a step closer to getting a shot at Vladimir Klitschko. And a big fight for both men. Right now, we're seeing the #2 ranked light heavyweight in the world, Isaac Chilemba, in the goal, doing a terrific job tonight on Grachev.
Grachev comes with a good shot.
Him with one of his best shots so far, and Grachev showing the power that he has in a flash, but not being able to follow up so far.
He's a tough guy, Kenny. You love to see a guy like Grachev, but beautiful, beautiful ground by Grachev, even though he still lost it.
Grachev got the attention.
Godzilla's actually pretty cool. That's when he's hungry.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies. See the new Godzilla in theaters May 16th.
Things really started picking up in that last round. You see a nice overhand right by Grachev. He had Chilemba on the ropes. Chilemba tries to counter back with a nice straight right hand. Grachev still coming forward and making Chilemba uncomfortable, forcing the fight. Beautiful shots by both fighters.
Power punches in that round 15 for Grachev. You look at him and that cut under his eye and over his eye on the left side. And there's Chilemba. As they come out for this, the ninth of what is scheduled for 10 rounds.
You know, Chilemba's boxing a great fight, but there's never an easy night against Grachev, Kenny. He's so tough, he's so determined, and he's got very heavy hands. Even though Chilemba is winning every single round on my scorecard, his nose is bleeding badly. He's swelling up a little bit himself. Grachev is a tough night out for anybody on any given night.
And he's showing that now, trying to bounce back from a loss last July, a first-round knockout. Let's check in again with Chris.
Buddy, Isaac got a taste of the power in that last round. What'd you tell him?
I asked him, why is he being ridiculous? I said, he's making it a hard fight. Keep your right hand up.
What do you want to see from these final rounds?
What he's doing right now, what he's been doing, dictating the fight with his jab. He doesn't need to get in the wall with this guy. You know what I mean? I mean, you hit the guy with a good shot, then the guy looks hurt, and you go in, and that's how you get caught.
Thanks, buddy.
And Grachev has done that before. When you think he's out, when you think he's hurt, he's come up with that big punch in previous fights.
He has, and Buddy McGirt's a multiple-time world champion. He knows. He's boxed against the likes of Pernell Whitaker. He's boxed all the good fighters, and he knows, you know, these good boxers, when they get in that rhythm, if they get you in that position, let's stay in that position. Let's not risk it. He says, why do I need to do anything else? Why do anything crazy? Exactly what we talked about earlier. That's Grachev's only chance. Buddy McGirt realizes that. Nice changing angles there by Isaac Chilemba. You see Grachev missed a right hand. Chilemba slipped underneath it, landed a nice right hand and a hook, and slid over to the side. Makes Grachev reset his feet before he can punch. Chilemba now looks like he's got a cut over his right eye. And this is the type of fight, it's a grueling fight with Grachev. You can be winning every round. He's still going to touch you. He's still a rough guy. He's got forearms. He's got heavy hands. And, you know, Chilemba's going to need a little time off after this fight, Kenny.
Grachev has been roughing him up a bit these last 2 rounds, and there is blood coming just off the right side of Chilemba. Total punches landed. Chilemba plenty more than Grachev. Grachev has had his best power punches the last couple of rounds.
He has. And that is because Chilemba has decided to dance a little bit with him, Kenny. You know, you can't go to the dance and dance by yourself. And Chilemba finally decided, listen, I'm going to sit in there and fight a little bit against the will of his corner. But it's worked out well for Denis Grachev.
Does that get into ego alone for a fighter, especially a veteran fighter?
It goes into ego a little bit. You know, he's like, I've been moving for 8 rounds. I'm going to show you and sit down for a second. But, you know, Buddy McGirt realizes, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We got 10 rounds to go. And this is the formula to win the fight, not necessarily staying in front of Grachev.
Right there by Chilemba. Final seconds of this 9th round ticking down. And we go now to the 10th and final round. Grachev and Chilemba here at the event center at the Sands Casino Resort in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We're glad you're with us for Fight Night. Coming up next, the main event. Tomas Adamek, 2-time world champ, as light heavyweight, as cruiserweight. He wants a shot at the heavyweight title. To do that, he must get by the former Olympic bronze medalist and undefeated Tsar Glaskov. The schedule for 12 rounds, the heavyweight bout, the main event, coming up right after this.
It's the fight I've always looked forward to ever since it was announced, Kenny. You got Thomas Adamek, a world champion at light heavyweight, at cruiserweight. He's been a top 5 heavyweight for the last 5 years. One of my favorite personal fighters. I love watching this guy facing a very talented, up-and-coming, undefeated bronze medalist, a guy who's very ambitious and who really believes he can beat Tomas. It's a recipe for disaster. It's going to be a great fight.
And now we go into the final round. Denis Grachev and Isaac Chilemba. Respect, a touch, a quick hug, and now they're ready. In round 9, 19 jabs from Chilemba, 2 from Grachev.
No, Grachev doesn't look to land the jab. He looks to take away the jab of Isaac Chilemba. And he's done it well in the last couple of rounds, Kenny. He's still losing the rounds. I just told our unofficial scorer, Larry Hazard, I go, this is the best one-sided fight I think I've ever seen.
That's a great point. Another round going to Chilemba, but Grachev is still making it interesting here in this final round. 2.5 minutes to go, because he does have that ability and that strength that he can land the punch even late in this fight.
He's got that power, and he's got a tremendous chin. So even though Chilemba's hitting him with nice, clean shots, Grachev is still coming forward. He's still looking for the power shots, and you see in the face of Chilemba that he's feeling the effects of the punches.
And Grachev getting that last round from Larry.
Starting to really do some damage with some of his shots, you know. He barely won it if he won it, but he definitely he's definitely doing better than he was the previous rounds. But there's always that element of surprise, that element of power, that anything can happen in a Grachev fight because he is so heavy-handed. A lot of his fights start out this way, but unfortunately for us and for the fans, this is the last round of this fight, so he doesn't have much more time to score a knockout.
13 wins, 8 of those coming by way of knockout.
But he's also faced very good opposition. Maybe it's not the highest knockout percentage, but he's fought 3 or 4 different world-rated guys already before 16 fights, and that's unheard of. So
everybody he fights is a good fighter lately.
Absolutely. Not just a good fighter, but a world-rated fighter by the different organizations in boxing. All recognize his last 4 or 5 opponents as top 5, top 10 guys. So it's a very impressive resume, Kenny.
Chilemba stings a left hook in there.
And you notice, look at the face of Grachev right now. His face is broken up. He's bleeding all over the place. He's swollen, and he's still just continually walking into the line of fire looking for that big shot. You got to love boxing.
Yes, you do, and especially 2 guys like this that just bring it. That's the reason they're ranked in the top 10 in the world in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, they're both very brave, but they're also very talented. Like, it's tough to see some of the things they do, but Isaac Chilemba, it takes years and years and years. Great amateur pedigree. It just takes so much time and so much actual hands-on experience to get to a level like this in your career, and he just makes it look so easy in there. Grachev, too, he just started boxing, Kenny. He was a good, tough kickboxer. Another world champion now who started in kickboxing is a German champion, cruiserweight champion, Marco Huck. A tremendous fighter. He's got 15 title defenses of his WBO title, but he started off in kickboxing, and he reminds me a lot of Denis Grachev. He's a little better than Grachev, but they both have that same toughness, that same mentality, and it makes for a fun fight to watch.
Yeah, Grachev won 123 fights as an amateur kickboxer. He's 13-2-1 as a pro fighter. As the seconds tick down on the end of this fight, Isaac Chilemba, number 2 in the world.
Great fight.
Another tactical performance throughout. And another round for him unofficially. 9 out of the 10, according to our unofficial scoring here for Larry. Is that right, Larry?
I think it could be 9 out of 10. It could be 10 out of 10. It could be 8 out of 10. But the point is, Grachev was always in the fight. He was trying till the very end, and that's the kind of effort you like to see from a guy. Look at his face. Look at him, and he just continually tried to land the big shot. You got to respect that win-lose or draw. He gave it his best tonight.
And we'll take a look now at the action in this fight, and there was action throughout. 3rd round.
Nice short right hand. You see Chilemba shooting the jab out there and leaning back, landing that nice counter right hand, and then just hand speed after that. Nice punches, nice combinations. More of the jab from Chilemba, using the jab to set up the right uppercut and, sliding in and out of range very well with those very quick feet. Little bull matador example right there. Grachev charges in, Chilemba sidesteps him, makes him pay again with that right hand. You see the position of Chilemba right there. He's got his right shoulder back. He's got his front foot forward. It keeps him in position all the time to counter a very rough and a charging Grachev, and just a great performance by Isaac Chilemba.
There's a 26-year-old former IBO super middleweight champ, now number 2 in the world in the WBC light heavyweight. And the judges have made their decision. Let's go to Joe with the verdict.
Boxing fans, after 10 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Julie Letterman scores the bout 100 to 90, while judges Kevin Morgan and Ron McNair score the bout 99 to 91. All for your winner by unanimous decision from Johannesburg, South Africa, Isaac, the Golden Boy, Chilemba.
Have a nice round of applause also for the very game, very tough Denis Grachev right there.
A terrific fight here in Bethlehem. Isaac Chilemba winning it by unanimous decision. Punch count 326 to 108 landed. 42% clip by Chilemba. As BJ said, he was a surgeon tonight, dissecting Grachev throughout most of this fight, especially with the jabs. 131 landed, hitting on 31% of the jabs thrown. And as far as the power punches, again, big gap for Chilemba, 195 to 81. Grachev had a moment, especially in the 9th round, but no doubt about it, dominating performance by number 2 ranked Isaac Chilemba, who's standing by with Chris.
Isaac, on paper, that was a lopsided fight, but it looked like a pretty tough fight for you in the ring. How tough was it in there?
Listen, we had a very good preparation. We knew that it's going to come hard. It's going to come tough. And he did exactly what we expected. And with my corner, we worked on a jab. Keep on inside, don't go to the ropes, and I believe I did exactly the same, and I took every round.
You're working your way up the 175-pound rankings. What do you want to do next?
Listen, I'm rating number 2 in WBC right now. I missed my train last time to go for the WBC world title, but I'm still here, I'm back, and I want to be the best in the world, and I believe to be the best, I have to fight the best. So right now, I'm ready for whoever is the best up there in light heavy. I want them because I want to be the best.
Thanks, Isaac. Kenny?
Thank you, Chris. And wow, he's doing everything he can to be the best, isn't he, with this performance tonight over a very, very tough opponent.
He looked fantastic, Kenny. He beat a top 10 world-rated guy, making a very strong claim for himself. Hey, he wants to throw his name in the sweepstakes with those Adonis Stevensons, those Sergey Kovalevs, and he's on the right track.